Hello, thank you for joining us for this webinar on Hot Audit, Understanding How Your Degree Works. My name is Melissa Kelly, and I'm the Student Support Coordinator for the online MDS program, and I'm here this evening with Raishira Dilley.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this webinar this evening. We hope you enjoy some of the information that we're about to present to you.
Okay, to get started, what is DegreeWorks? DegreeWorks is a degree auditing system utilized to keep students on track with degree requirements, and it's also used to certify students with graduation. I know that some of you are familiar with DegreeWorks, but we are going to go over the basics today and also show you a couple of things that you may not realize with DegreeWorks and answer some of the most common questions that we get. First off, where do I find DegreeWorks? And you'll log into your Mix account to begin with, and I have the Mix homepage on the screen in front of you, and you'll see right up here you input your username and your password, which is the same information that you utilize to log into your eCampus. And once you're in Mix, you'll click on the Star tab. If you look where my mouse is pointing, there is the Star tab, and then follow my mouse over to the right-hand side, and you'll see the DegreeWorks emblem. Beneath the emblem, there is a spot that says click here to log into DegreeWorks. Once you're in DegreeWorks, you're going to see your personal information at the top of your screen. It's going to go over your major, your minors, your AOEs, credits earned, transfer credits, GPA, all of that information. And it also lists who your advisor is, and if you click on your advisor, you can find their email address and send them an email if you have any questions. As we scroll down the page, you'll see your degree requirements, including your GECs, major requirements, fall-through courses, insufficient courses, and also your in-progress courses. How to read your audit. A lot of your things might have a green check beside of those. Those indicate that the requirement has been fulfilled. You might see some that have the little line in the blue, and that is something that you are either in progress of this semester that we are in, or you have registered for the next semester. An empty box indicates that you will need to fulfill that requirement. What is a fall-through course? A fall-through course is a course that is counted in your total number of credits, but it does not fulfill any of your specific degree requirements. These are also commonly referred to as elective courses. And what are insufficient courses? Those are courses that you have either withdrawn from or received a grade of an F. Those will not fulfill any degree requirements. How can DegreeWorks help me choose my courses? For RBA students, you'll see on the screen in front of you, you have your specific objectives that are required for RBA. And beside of each objective, on the right, you will see a list of courses that could be utilized to fulfill that requirement. You can click on those courses and it will give you a list of all the sections that are available to take. I will caution you that if you are an online-only student or looking for a specific online course, online courses are denoted with the sections of 7D, as in 7D1, 7D2. If you see sections that begin with things like 001, those are on-campus sections. And we also sometimes get students that are trying to tell us that they want courses that begin with a section of P, which actually means those are Potomac State courses, or the section that begins with T is for WVU Tech students. So you cannot take those unless you fill out a dual campus form, and you'll need to speak with your advisor about that. The same is also applicable for the MDS students. However, instead of having all of the courses listed out to the right, there's so many options for your GECs that they just have a still needed
All right, everyone, I'm going to take over from here, and we're going to talk about what will happen if you're considering changing your major. Did you know that DegreeWorks has a what if option that actually allows you to see how your courses would align if you were to choose another major or another area of emphasis? And it's right here, actually. There's the what if option, okay? And we're just going to discuss that a little bit further on each screen here. Here's an example. I am switching the student's audit from MDS to RBA. The level remains undergraduate. So let's just walk through this here. Undergraduate level. The degree changes to the Bachelor of Arts, as you can see here from the drop-down menu. And when I choose the Regents Bachelor of Arts from the major, it's going to appear on the right in the yellow box. So if you don't see the correct major here, you want to highlight this and then remove it, and then come back over and actually select your major or your true degree. And of course, you can click and see if you are choosing a minor with RBA or minors, or if you're selecting a particular area of emphasis. You're able to do so here, the minors, and then of course your areas of emphasis. And after that, you simply process the what if. If you're wanting to actually go from RBA to MDS, you would simply change your degree to the Bachelor of Multidisciplinary Studies, and it's probably going to be abbreviated, as I'm sure you all know, everything at WVU is in fact abbreviated. The students that have come in under the BA Pathway program, you are in the Multidisciplinary Studies program, but you want to select the one that says Pathways. That way you know that you are in fact in the correct major. So again, we're going to process the what if. We're going to select undergraduate, choose the Bachelor of Multidisciplinary, your catalog year, and of course that's the term that you're in now, or your projected year. You want to go ahead and select your minors if you know in fact what your minors are going to be, or if you're interested in other minors, you could also choose those. And then we'll simply process the what if. Is DegreeWorks perfect? No. Your DegreeWorks may actually require changes that an administrator would have to do. That could be our director of online programs. That could be your actual academic advisor. But there will be times, and we're going to show you here momentarily, where changes are necessary within your DegreeWorks system. What if some of my older courses are numbered and falling into the fall-through courses, which are some of your lower or upper level electives? This student's courses are from the late 90s, and back then, I'm sure some of you know, the 80s, the 90s, and even the early 2000 year, there was a different numbering system. So this one's going to actually show you how, for instance, DegreeWorks didn't pick up English 1 as being English 101. So because of that, we had to have an administrator go in and change these, place the substitutions and the exceptions in, so that now you see your green symbol, meaning that these courses, GECs, are in fact fulfilled. We actually see a lot of this, and it really does take a sufficient amount of time to plug these courses in manually. So if your courses are not aligning properly, you definitely want to speak with your academic advisor, either through MDS or RBA. Again, someone will be able to move those and apply all of the exceptions. But if you can imagine having hundreds and hundreds of students who may have courses that fall through the 80s, the 90s, etc., it will take time to shift those courses. So for students, particularly MDS students that have an actual checklist, be sure that you're following your checklist. Typically, your advisor will catch those types of things and plug them into their appropriate places. And then we can kind of do just, take a look at your auditing system through DegreeWorks, take a look at your checklist, and just make sure that things are lining up properly. If you have any questions, you're welcome to ask me, and then I can give you a better understanding of why something's placed somewhere, and a couple of reasons are coming up here in the next few slides. some of your minor courses falling under GECs. This is another example of changes that have to be made in DegreeWorks when courses that are showing in the GECs, for instance, under the RBA General Studies requirements, that are courses that are needed for a minor or an AOE. You absolutely cannot double dip. What that means is you cannot use courses to fulfill both. The courses have to count towards the minor and or the AOE. You cannot use them for both, so you will need to choose an alternative for that particular objective. This student's audit shows that Journalism 101 is fulfilling GEC number 8. If you'll notice here, GEC 8, Journalism 101. But it's also showing that it's used to fulfill one of the actual requirements for Journalism 101 within the Public Relations minor. This student is going to have to take an alternative course for their GEC. The reason we do that is because your minors are specific, those courses are set, but the student will actually have plenty of options to choose from to substitute for their GEC number 8. So it's just a lot easier for you to shift the course that's necessary into your minor or your AOE, and then we'll go ahead and find you a replacement. So this is why it's important to pay close attention to your DegreeWorks in the event that this occurs, which we see quite often. Minors and AOEs. For your objectives or fall-through courses, a grade of a D is a passing grade. However, if you are choosing an area of emphasis or minors, all of those courses require a grade of a C or higher. But your DegreeWorks counts Ds as passing. So this particular slide is pretty important, so we would probably want you to really focus on some of this. We've had many questions for students that are thinking their requirements are met because they've taken a course and they received a grade of a D. DegreeWorks shifts those courses as passing, but as you currently know, and if you're a new student, you will know that those courses will have to be retaken. For instance, this student will have to retake BUSA 310, even though DegreeWorks is showing that it is fulfilled. So if you notice here, there's BUSA 310, and then off to the side, to the right, you'll see that there's a grade of a D. In the event that you were to change your minor or your area of emphasis, and you still needed upper level electives, we would be able to take the courses that you've passed that are 200 to 499 level with a grade of a D and place those into your electives as a passing grade. But that's only in the event that you are no longer using that course for an area of emphasis or a minor. What if I had an open credit accepted as an exact equivalent for a course that I needed for one of my requirements? In this particular instance, the courses will again be moved by an administrator or your academic advisor. These courses themselves will appear as 000, but there will be a notation that it was approved. In this example here, you will clearly see that the student met the requirement for this particular history course. It came in, transferred in as an open credit, but because of the exception that this administrator was able to show right here, we were able to apply that as an approval for this particular history minor. So if you do notice some courses in your fall through that you may have questions about, please contact your academic advisor or your student support coordinator, and then we can give you some suggestions as to how to possibly make that happen. Approvals are not guaranteed, but it doesn't hurt to try. Please look at your DegreeWorks and contact, again, your academic advisors if you all have any questions specifically about your DegreeWorks audit. It is a great system for you to keep track of your courses, your academic standing, your minors, your AOEs, your credit hours, electives, etc. Right now, we'd just like to open up this session. If you have any particular questions or concerns, feel free to ask, and it could be about anything, DegreeWorks or otherwise. You can also contact your academic advisors via email or phone during regular office hours. But Melissa, if there's anything else we'd like to mention?
I just want to reiterate what Rai Shira has said. please definitely look at your DegreeWorks. And if you have any questions, you really need to speak with your academic advisor about why your DegreeWorks isn't aligning with, for say, a checklist that your advisor may have given you. And if you think that there are some changes that need to be made, definitely seek the advice of your advisor. DegreeWorks is a great tool to stay on track with your degree completion, but it isn't perfect, so that's why you need to maintain that contact with your advisor. We appreciate your time this evening, and we hope to we hope that we have taught you a few things. And like I said, if you have any additional questions, please feel free to give us a call or speak with your academic advisor. Thank you.
Thank you.